Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hold on. I'm asleep. I'm gonna wake me up. I'm asleep. uh, hold the phone. I'm very much asleep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have to log it. Oh, no. I can't wake up. Oh, no. Oh, no. I might have to do the thing, where where I close out and go back in. Oh, never mind. Don't need to do it. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I'm not talking. Wait a second. Refresh. There we go. I'm awake. I can talk while moving my mouth. Save me. Thank you. I got Goofy stuck in my head. Thank you for that. It is, yes, it is more time for Grape Ace Attorney. Passing the Great Ace Attorney juice because I realized... Ooh, excuse me. The Genshin update is happening right now. So we'll probably do a Genshin tomorrow. Which means tonight was perfect to get an Ace Attorney stream in for this week. Yes, the gaming update, as it were. Honestly, I'm so excited for this character. I just want to know more about them. We are going to continue with the second part of last case of the first Great Ace Attorney. So if for anyone who missed anything, honestly, very slow start to this case. There was like one little revelation at the end, that this case is going to be tied back to a previous case with Mr. McGilded, but otherwise nothing really huge happened last time. So hello, Shad. You didn't miss anything. We're just starting, actually. How you doing? How are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? Yes, you missed Egg. Just let me turn around really quick from my blankie, because I am kind of cold, as usual. I mean, the snowstorm probably didn't help, so, let me know if volume is okay, by the way, because, you know, Hatefu boyfriend levels are always lower from the night before. Hello, twin, how are you? Tylenos is just, omnipresent at all times, honestly, so, oh, okay. I'm covered up. Hi, Homecoming Hero. How you been, friend? Volume could go up a tad. Let me crank that up. Just a smidgen. Let me see how that goes. Just a tad, Tyleno said. Let me know if that tad is good, Tylenos. I'm glad you're doing good, friend. So I'm just getting comfy really quick. That volume's perfect. Yee. Okay, so I'm just getting cozy. Don't mind me. I am just getting I'm getting my TP Zelda and Link blanket over my leggies, and I've got the other blankie, the heavy blankie over my shoulders. Alrighty, I'm good. We can start. So like I said, nothing major happened last time, so for anyone who missed anything, like I said, this is just gonna tie back into a previous case. A previous murder, possibly, but nobody got, like, you know, arrested or anything like that. We're not representing anybody as of yet, but I have a feeling that's going to change tonight. And I'm sure nothing will happen today. No, nothing at all. Why would you say something's going to happen? Say Attorney, nothing ever happens. The last thing I saw with this game was Shomes being mad at Pawn Shop Guy for giving him a viola. So the only thing basically you missed after that, twin, was Gina came to pick up a jacket, an overcoat. Then like some pompous rich guy came in claiming it was his. It wasn't. We figured that out, and there's Eggert Benedict. Yes, that's not his real name. That was the name he gave us. I guess he just really likes eggs. But and basically, yeah, it was Gina's jacket. He was trying to like steal it. And there are ties. He got away, because Greggy showed up to arrest him, because he pulled a gun. And Greggy showed up to arrest him, and he got away. Are you trying to say that Eggert is not a real name? No, it is not a real name. I'm going to be shook if I ever meet someone with the actual legal name of Eggert in their birth certificate. And if I do find that person, I will apologize to them. See? That's why I ate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the D let me keep it. After I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scupper. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate him. I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc? But Mr. Windybanks said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go have another bash. Give him a long, odd stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windybanks again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windybank. But that disc's mine. I had a ticket for this coat and it was in the coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it? Yeah, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your all for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Hi, JT.
So I found out why Japan is obsessed with Kit Kats.
Uh-huh.
It is because the word Kit Kat is close to a Japanese word. Or two Japanese words.
It is?
Kitokatsu.
Like tonkatsu?
No, kitokatsu.
Oh.
You can do it. You will succeed. You will pass.
Oh.
So they started Kit Kats, kitokatsu, started being handed to university students during times of exams, like, you will pass, you will be okay, and that's why they got obsessed with Kit Kats.
And now you just discovered it?
Yes! I was watching a video where this guy tries, like, every Kit Kat flavor that he could find in Japan.
Nice.
And it's like 50.
JT, Tylenus wants to know, did you get Bubsy 2 yet?
I did not get Bubsy 2 yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm asleep. Hold on. Let me wake up. Let me wake up. Let me wake up. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm asleep. There we go. Oh, now I'm...
Now you're not even talking.
No, I can fix that. There we go. I don't know why I fell asleep again. Well, don't name your child Eggert. That is one way to get your child to never speak to you again once they move out. You're having fun with those. In a world dreaming of Bubsy 2. No, that is not what I'm dreaming about. I can guarantee you. Will you dine with us this evening? Oh, that was so nice of Sholmes. Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. Nota. Oh? Why would I come round to your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? But it's free food. Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set up a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later, then. I want to know what the surprise is. How dare he tease us like that? I'm crying. Do we just head over there? Hi, Sarah. How you doing, hon? The surprise is Bubsy 2. Oh my gosh, Tylenose, it is not Bubsy 2. Why are you so fixated? I love you so much. Susie and Runo, come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. No, the only thing worse than Bubsy 2 is Bubsy 3. Oh my gosh, we do not talk about Bubsy 3. I can give a pass to 1 and 2. I am not giving a pass to Bubsy 3. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh, yeah, that does sound like fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Shomes up to? I can't even give a pass to Bubsy 3 as a joke. Man, it's bad when you know even Tylenose won't give it a pass. That's how you know something's truly stinky. Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Shomes? I beg that you won't speak to me, and he's depressed again. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. We're talking about being good influences, and meanwhile, Tylenose, a moderator, is just like, hey, somebody get Shom some coke. We're yelling at Ryunosuke for being excited about learning the pickpocketing tips, and we're admonishing him, and meanwhile Tylenose is like, it's okay, let's just give Shomes the drugs. Oh my, get him some Pepsi. That is the appropriate Coke. It's Holmes, okay? I don't care if it's Holmes. You're not being a good influence on him. Man, he's depressed about something again. He was fine, like, when we left him a second ago. Really? He behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Shomes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yeah, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. That's what I was gonna say. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Shomes, you're wondering? Am I right? How did you? Heh. Oh, Runo. I can read you like a book. This girl is dangerous. Don't worry. You can ask me anything. I won't mind. Okay, I'm so curious too. I want to know. I heard that without looking and assumed you at least said Coke so we could make the soda joke. I mean, Chicken did say Pepsi, so. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Oh no, I was hoping that wasn't it. Mummy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of the most taxing cases? Oh yes. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs? Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father. So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Oh, I hope he comes back. I feel so bad for her. I mean, I know she's got Hurley, but she's still a kid. She needs one of her parents. He fell off his chair with his usual falling animation. Oh, hands down he did. I can't believe he at least didn't lock it up. I mean, you never tell a child to do something and then expect them to follow the rules. They're gonna do the opposite. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right? Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invented her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it. He's grown numb to it. Poor Hurley. Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited. I just hope she does actually come. I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean, oh my goodness! I mean, good on him for being a good adoptive father and telling her the truth when she was old enough to understand. That is a very good adoptive parental thing to do. But I still feel I had no idea I had no idea that, oh my goodness, I had no idea he was telling her that he was her father, like her biological father. Oh my gosh. Do not shoot Shomes. What else are you gonna do though when he's in a funk like right now? How else do you get him out of it? Imagine a depressed Shomes covered in pink dye. I would be all for that. I play Swords of Revealing Light and end my turn. Hi, Chaos, how are you? I play Smoke Grenade and end my turn. It must have done. I wonder why Mr. Shomes chose to tell you. And at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Erlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved a case, it all but vanishes from his mind. I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. Iris's father, who went to some distant land and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Flashback. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was, yep, Dr. John H. Wilson. I play Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 cards. I play Uno Reverse, which allows you to draw 4 cards. I play Trolley Problem. Oh gosh, Spyro. Having trouble with the trolley, eh? That's right, visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who is the most bizarre of circumstances lost his life just before we left Japan. I'm not telling her. I can't do it. Miss Susato. Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. We should tell Sholmes, but I do not want to say anything to Iris. I think that would be for the best. Ah, my dear fellows. How good to see you. Mr. Sholmes? He's back. He bounced back. Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. I thought I had bad short-term memory, but Sholmes takes the cake. I remember that. Behold, my dear fellows. And that was, like, 5 days ago for us. Oh, another music box disc. No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc. Oh my! Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. Sholmes, I don't think you should be committing crime. Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. Sholmes, let's not teach the small child how to commit crime. And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught. Right. Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted. She's gonna write all their Phantom Thief letters. I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened. I think, as a lawyer, you should not be listening to this conversation. Converse. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. We're back to the caramel again. This caramel week on the channel. Greggy screamed as soon as he saw the bar of caramel. You're one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. Greggy's got both a fish and chips addiction and a caramel bar addiction. I mean, not the worst. I mean, caramel slaps. Let's be real here. Have y'all ever had one of those a caramel macchiato or something like that? It totally slaps. Or like caramel with vanilla. Oh gosh. Cream soda caramel. Like, come on. Caramel's just good. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed. This caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! Could you imagine if he totally forgot that was evidence and then just started eating it? Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property. Well, can you actually shove caramel through a keyhole? Would that really work? Wait, VRB chat. I'm gonna go buy some caramel. I gotta do some Mythbusters right here. And never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. Counterfeiting is 1000% a crime, illegal. Don't do it. I encourage everybody, don't do it. Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellow? I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Runo? It's illegal. It's illegal with bagels? Inside is a music box. There's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented using a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide all around the globe. Why exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. What, next you'll be telling me they'll come up with, like, actual, next you'll be telling me they'll come up with, small methods of transporting these discs and listening to them on the go? Highly unlikely. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you can imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. I see, so that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. It's like an early generation hit clip. I would argue these are probably better because, like, hit clips could only, like, store, like, a minute of music at most. At least these discs could probably store, like, a full actual song. Shoutouts to hit clips, but also hit clips were actually really terrible. I'm so sorry to be mean, but I had to listen to the same part of a song over and over and over. They were a cool precursor to MP3 players, though. No, they totally were. It just sucks when, you know, it would have been one thing if we could listen to, like, the full song. I don't even think they mentioned it in the commercials for hit clips that you only get, like, partial, like, I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch a hit clips commercial, but they made it sound like you could listen to the full thing. Tooth tunes, baby, let's go. You mean the device that you put in your mouth and music plays in your head? That is, you can, that was on my TikTok the other day. I was, like, screaming. And then Elephant the Elephant showed up right after that, and I was like, God, I'm old. But as you can hear to no avail, the results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's Hurley for you. Always taking things too far. But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. I'm being evicted? Don't I get 30 days notice? What? So apparently in the Japanese version of this game, Iris's dad is straight up called John Watson instead of Wilson. I'm wondering if it's because of a copyright thing they had to change it. I'm actually like, I think maybe we mentioned, I feel like we might have mentioned it here before. Maybe I'm having a really weird made up memory, but I can't remember if it was a copyright thing we brought up before, or am I just crazy? And Wilson is taken from the Arsène Lupin stories. Yes, I remember that, because that ties into Persona 5 with Joker's persona being Arsène, and I'm just like, Joker, all this time you had a Sherlock reference. You're so cool. Oh my god. It was a copyright thing. I had a feeling. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon. I was like, I felt like we talked about it last time, but... Or was I always have to ask myself, did I imagine something on stream or did we actually talk about that? I'm asleep. Hold on, I gotta wake myself up. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna wake up in a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna wake up eventually. Am I like too far away? Oh no, I'm asleep. I'm gonna wake myself up. Somebody slap me. Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on, I might have to go in and log back out. I don't know. I will wake up. I can't wake up. Oh no, in the words of Evanescence, wake me up inside. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, my camera's working. It looks like it's on. Hold the phone. Hello? Off and on? No, that didn't work. Refresh, refresh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess I'm gonna be sleep talking for the rest of stream. Because I can't fix it. It is no longer working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold the phone. Because I gotta... If I log that out and log back in, it doesn't wake me up. Hold on. I gotta reset. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta restart. Let me see. Restart kit. I will be back. Initializing. I'm still asleep. Oh, that could be a problem. Refreshing not working. Okay. Well, I'm asleep. Hey, look, it's me. Wait a sec. Hi, JT. For those who haven't heard, I sleep talk lots. Yeah, you do. You really do, though, hun. Hold on. Which one's... I'm gonna take it out and put it back in. Camera out. Camera in. Let it wake up. Let it wake up. It is not connecting. I might have done something. USB device not recognized. Excuse me? Okay, hold the phone. The game's gonna go away for like a second, probably. I might need to swap it out. Oh no, don't tell me my camera died. I don't think it's the camera, but... Hold on. The game's gonna go away for like a second. I'm swapping them. Yes, do that. Okay. I just want to see something. Okay. Well, this could be an issue. Oh, I'm awake. But, oh no, now it's not capturing the game. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, that one port, I think that one port is fried. I'm pretty sure. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Dang. All right. It's just the one. The other one is fine. I didn't do anything to the port. It just stopped working. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm so sorry, y'all. Is there a free port I can use in the back of the computer? I'm gonna have to get up. I'm gonna have to get up and check. That means I have to get on cozy. Ow. Ow. Okay.
Salami.
I don't want to restart it because then it restarts the entire stream. Where did it go? Well, apparently that's what happens when one of your ports are fried. So, I've gotta, like, lift everything here and, see if there's a free space back here. I don't think there is, but I'm gonna check, which means I'm moving a ton of stuff right now. I apologize. Hold the phone. No, my keyboard does not. I don't think I have any free slot. Shoot. Yeah, I don't think I have any. Frick. Okay, this is a problem. Alright, hold on. This is a problem. Hold on. I just be sleep demon Okami. I can't do that. Microphone? Okay. Okay. I gotta wait for the game to come back. If I can get the game to come back, we're having issues. Hi, Zimmy! How are you doing? I did murder the computer. Unfortunately. Deactivate. Activate. Oh, JT's here to yell at me. I didn't do anything to the port, I swear.
How?
There we go, we're back.
How?
I didn't do anything! It's just a really, it's always been a janky port. Look, I fixed it. JT's like, came in here and didn't need to do anything. We're back, hello. I'm getting the looks right now.
Because I've had my case for almost 8 years at this point, and no issues. You have your case for 2, and it's like, yep, the port's dead.
I didn't do anything. You're assuming. You're blaming me. Oh my gosh. Oh, you played some Apex, now doing some Genshin because of the update? Yes. Do you have gaming yet? Have you pulled a gaming? I love this character. Okami spilled pop on her USB. No, I never did. JT's beating me. JT's fighting me. I want gaming too. Oh, he's not out yet. Okay. I didn't know. I assumed he was going to be out this update. It's not I didn't spill anything on my case. Everyone's bullying me. I didn't spill anything. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on, Zimmy. Let me give you a shout out. Oh, Jibba. Ow. I got it. Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, I don't got it. Now I got it. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. So, we're back. I'm awake. Game is back. We're back. Continuing where we were. Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. You did get steering wheel hips chick and her axe and 90 pulls. Nice! Let's go! Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, have you had a chance to really try her out yet? The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed. I just wanted the axe, but did her test run and she was fun and she was doing 65k hits on the Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That means I can totally get her to do 100k easily. It was without buffs too. Oh, she's gonna hit hard in that case when you get the right artifacts and stuff and the buffs. Yes. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom were his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windybank's storeroom, gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure that I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it will take me to write that Bakersville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles! I should love to read it. Why are you guys so shocked? What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles, but how could you know the full title? Well, that's because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. But Runo, the Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see. So that's why the manuscript is at Windybank's? And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on? What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Yep, she showed up. Free food. Miss Lestrade. This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh yes, just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take note. What kind of food is that? I have to look that up. I'm so curious. I'm so glad we got a new healer. I feel like Genshin is really in need of like more healer characters. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Mendelssohn. Or is it not food? It's a composer? Yeah, it's a composer. I thought it was food. Why is everything food to me? An extremely precocious musical composer, he wrote numerous compositions during his boyhood, among them 5 operas, 11 symphonies for string orchestra, concerti, sonatas. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. That is a hecking a lot of music. He's going to play on his violin. For some reason, I thought it was food. I'm so sorry. That's where my mind goes. Meddlesome it is, then. I clearly lack the classical music knowledge. Wagahai! Mr. Baby! That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Good things to teach the child. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. I don't think we need to be giving Sholmes any ideas, or Iris. Sholmes, be a responsible adoptive father and be like, no, Iris, no pickpocketing. Oh gosh, hold on, I need a sip. Okay. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine. And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we were in court. No, Susato, no. Please don't go to jail for petty thievery. Susato, no Susie, no swiping. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's the matter, Susato-san? It's about the telegram I received. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I don't like this. I feel like something's gonna happen when she goes alone. I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends. Iris. Hello again. Gina, what you doing here? And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Jenny showed us, wasn't it wonderful? You mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? As long as we are trying them out on each other, and it's for fun, and we're not applying these techniques into the real world, then yes, we could say it was like a family game of Monopoly. Nothing yet, Chad, nothing yet. Yeah, I momentarily murdered the game and my camera. But no, not yet. This game teaches kids how to steal. I mean, between Gina and Iris, and now Shomes was already doing that too, to an extent. I mean, man, it's like everyone here is just a Skyrim character, and they're getting their pickpocketing skills to 100. I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it. Don't, no. You're already an accomplished writer at your age. You do not need to be swindling. You don't need to do that, sweetie. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? Oh, wait, who swindled my lawyer badge? That's mine. Oh my, however did you? I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. Exactly, she's a genius. She does not need to be stealing for a living. She is okay. Yes, everyone needs a hobby, but why can't she take up? She's got like 50. This girl has like 50 hobbies. She's a writer. She's an inventor. Like, holy heck, man. She's a cook. She's a chef. She's got so many. Stealing is super easy. It's not getting caught that is harder. I mean, again, yes, unless you're a Skyrim character. And you've gotten to like the point I was at where my archery and pickpocketing were like at 100, so I could be like in front of somebody's like crotch, like back down, steal from right in front of them, and they'll just be like, huh? But in real life, nah, neither of those are easy. Also, don't do it. Don't do that. Disclaimer. Please don't do that. Thank you. So anyway, here, that was just as an example. Don't actually do it. Disclaimer. So anyway, here, you can have it back. Before I stick my foot in my mouth even further. Not that I really understand why you would wear it, though. Thank you? Alright then. Good night. Good night. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this. Yes, me too. But it's your attic. You offered it. It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. I suppose she probably does. Is it alright if we can talk about it in front of Ginny? Is it okay? Can't spell steal without T. Oh man. I mean, look, T's very good. I mean, T is excellent. I mean, if any, I encourage the T. I don't encourage the steal. I encourage the T. Highly encourage T. T is healthy. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. All right, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I love Iris so much. She's so sweet. I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script, or whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. I would adopt her. In a heartbeat, I would adopt this child. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. See, if I had her for a daughter, I'd be like going to like the tabletop store with her all the time and being like, okay, honey, we're picking up some murder mystery games. Which one do you want to play the most? And mommy will buy them. I'm that kind of parent. I'm just like, let's do it. Do you think she'd get along with Deco? She'd get along with the cats. Deco takes a little time to warm up to people, but he warms up to people. He warmed up to everybody in the house, honestly. And then Luna, of course, being a golden retriever and not a cat, she'd just be like, hello, hi, I love you, pet me, hi, I'm Luna. Pay attention to me. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? My baby. He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So, I've never really met him. Yeah, I'd be comfortable. I'd be so proud of her. I'd encourage her in all her pursuits. I would be so proud of her. I would want her to do better than me in life. Like, if I am lucky enough to ever have kids, because unfortunately, we might actually have to look at adopting depending on how my treatments go, because unfortunately my chances of a miscarriage are higher than like the average person because of the IBD if it doesn't go into remission. So honestly, whether or not I adopt or actually have a kid one day, I would want them to excel. If I'm just ever lucky, if I ever have the chance, I'm lucky enough to be a parent, I would want my child to excel in everything they want to accomplish, and I would support them. I would encourage them. I would do everything in my power to make sure what like their dreams come true. Like that is me. I am just the hecking supportive parent that just wants the absolute best for my child. Like, my gosh, like that, I just couldn't. I'm gonna sit here and cry. Oh, Sarah, thank you, hon. It's, you know, if we have to adopt, that's okay. JT and I already talked about it. You know, because there's so many kids in the foster system anyway, and not enough of them are getting adopted, and I'm just like, I'm totally fine with that. It's mainly, so if my IBD doesn't go, like we need it to go into remission is the thing. Once I'm in remission, you know, they're kind of on the fence about, you know, there's like, I forgot, there's like not enough evidence to say whether or not being on something like Stelara or Entyvio is safe during pregnancy. They haven't noted anything. But the kind of consensus I see is we're not sure if it does anything, which isn't exactly, I'm not comfortable with that. I honestly don't know. My chances of passing IBD to my child could also be a little bit high, which I would never want to do to them. And I'm just like, I wouldn't mind adopting at that point. I mean, once I'm in remission, they told me I could actively try to get pregnant, and then my chances are pretty much like the average person. But the point is, I'm not there yet, and I don't want to, like, wait for, like, I don't want to wait years and years, you know? I kind of want it to happen sooner rather than later, or at least, like, once JT, like, finally, like, when JT graduates, and then we're in a much better position, like, financially speaking. But, like, I don't, like, know how long it's gonna take for me to get into room. Anyway, I'm going on a little tangent here. Anyways, no. Anybody who's a parent, like, honestly needs to encourage their kids to go beyond, above and beyond, and everything that they're capable of, and you need to support them. And I really hope I'll be a good parent, because I take notes during Bluey, because I'm so scared I won't be a good parent. I just want to be a good mom. Oh, right. Thank you for the hand pats. Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean. How? I don't really know. But it must be special in some way, because after I'd written it, and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. But why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say. Not now, so please, do not ask me. All right then, I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windybank, is it? Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. Eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good, but he can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? No, Gina, don't say that. Because I'm sure there's a reason. Sholmes actually just saw the misspelled Baskervilles and didn't want her to publish it with a typo. Well, to be fair, this was before spell checking. This is before the ye old days of without spell checker. Nowadays, spell checker, I'm like, I write duck and it autocorrects to not duck. I hate spell checkers sometimes. I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me, and I would adopt all of them. No one wants nothing to do with us. From the minute we're born, not even our mums. That's alright, I'll be your mom. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones, and make sure they get by. So, that's why you're a pickpocket? Well, of course she's got a reason. She's not doing it for fun. Nah, diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I mean, she kind of is. That's how I see it if no one's gonna take care of these kids. Oh, Gina. do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had 'em, you don't feel like you always wanted to meet 'em. It's true. I do want to see Daddy. So much. Oh, Iris. She's nothing like Robin Hood for once. She's not a fox. You're right. And we don't have a Little John. We don't have a bear to be Little John. We don't have a wolf to be the sheriff of Nottingham. Wherever would I get that kind of idea? There's no lion to be Prince John. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, I reckon he popped that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really an old Windybank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you could have known about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Huh. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barfaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. This poor girl, she's only saying that because I'm sure it's her upbringing. Just her circumstances, and I feel so bad for her. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Windybanks. You'd soon see it if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh, Gina is a sweet. Honestly, she's just looking out for Iris, honestly. Like an older sister. I would adopt the both of them. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, all right. And please don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult, but deep down, she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. I need a drink. Naruhodo? Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Don't you even joke like that.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Not my second daughter. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? Oh my gosh. I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato.
Oh no,
I don't believe this.
No.
I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. Hey, look, if you don't want me to press the button, don't give me the button to press. Look, I can't. Grant, I can't just, like, I can't just be like, okay, here's the button. It's disabled. Okay, I'm going to re-enable the button. I can't do that. Wait to press the button until there's an actual corpse that you can press the button. What's this about? We have not found a corpse yet. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windybank's? Oh no. She's going to go swipe from Mr. Windybank? Or she's going...
You wanna die?
She's gonna go get the manuscript for Iris. Oh no, don't. Honey, don't do it. Don't. I'm so scared. Isn't the gun still at the pawnbrokery? Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh no. No, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Miss Susato? Oh no. This is not good. The door to Windybanks. It's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. Oh no! There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. I told you the gun was still in there! Oh my god! Oh my god! I told you it was still in there! Mr. Sholmes! Oh no. What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But... after them, go.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
No! You can survive being shot. It's too soon again. Blast! I've lost them. Hello, hello, what have we here? The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir.
More passion, more passion, more energy.
More energy, more footwork,
more footwork, more footwork, more passion,
more energy. Oh my gosh, Grant is so upset. I was just gonna play. Everyone has their finger hovering over the button now. It's suspense. It's sweating to see who's first. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windybanks. He's gone. I'm calling it. He disappeared. What?
This is nothing to LOL about.
Oh, cutscene.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh my god, Mr. Windybank is dead!
It's Gina!
Oh, my daughter better be okay. I wasn't really attached to Mr. Windybank, but my daughter better be okay. Was waiting to see who
A
would do it.
body has been discovered.
Zimmy had it
After
that
a certain
time.
amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Hi, Vermilion. How are you? It is time to fire bees at the fortress.
Welcome to Barnes and
Why are you firing bees at the fortress?
Where did it go?
I know. Grant, your moment will come. I swear it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, snitches get bullet holes. I thought it was snitches get stitches. When did we get to bullet hole? Oh my god. Can I pet Grant? Oh my gosh. I'm sure there'll be another body. This is getting crazy. No bully, only bullet. It's Gina. From that moment, Windybank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 22-1B. The next day. Oh, Iris! A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Jenny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Runo? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. No, don't tell her Hurley's dead. Hurley was shot, not dead. He was hurt. He has an injury, but he is conscious and breathing after he was shot. I mean, he has to be okay. He was talking. He was getting up and he was partially sitting up. I'm sure it's just a flesh wound. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Oh my gosh. I don't know who shot who is the thing. There were two people in there that we didn't see. And I'll bet you one of them was Eggert. I'm wondering if Eggert came back for some unfinished business with somebody else. Because I think he was clearly working with somebody. I'm already trying to everyone she loves keeps dying. No! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you Twitch for actually waiting until that scene ended to start ads. Yes, thank you Twitch. I actually do appreciate that. Yes, I'm so afraid. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. Shomes in the background. Darn it, quit telling people I'm dead. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windy Banks, in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street, and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna have to defend Ginny. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. Oh no, she doesn't know. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windy Banks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley? Was shot? No. It's all right. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Siner's. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. Oh, is it Sinners? Okay, I wasn't sure. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. He's not dead! Everyone just wants to touch the dead body button. Everyone here just has their hands hovering over it. Like, no. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. It was the 2 thugs who were in Windy Bank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see.
Aye, go. Aye, more passion.
More passion. As they're doing surgery. More energy. More footwork. The surgeon.
More footwork.
More passion.
More energy.
Oh.
I bring you a gift.
Did you bring me another cat? Ow! Another kitty? Oh, who's this black void of a bean? With eyes. And she meows? Oh, thank you, honey. Chat, we got a new cat. I'm gonna name her Luna. Actually, her original name was Iris. I'm not sure if that was foreshadowing. JT brought you Bubsy? I would never. She's not a bobcat. And she's not orange. Luna, I love you, my baby. Okay, there you go.
Stuff.
What? What's going on?
He's in the carrier.
Deku's sleeping in the carrier?
Gizmo.
Gizmo's sleeping in the carrier? Why are the cats sleeping in the carrier when every other time I try to get them in there, they start screaming because they know they're going to the vet?
Well, maybe we just need to leave it out more.
I am literally just leaving the carrier out there for them to get used to it, so it's not like every time we go to the vet, it's not like, oh, here we go, nothing nefarious is going on. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid.
Alright, you stay in here. Give your mother company.
She doesn't have to stay in here if she doesn't want
Give
to.
your mother company.
She doesn't have to stay in here.
Stop trying to get into my bowl.
Oh, is that why? She's trying to eat your food?
I already ate, but she's just trying to get in here.
Of course she is.
And then everyone's bullying her. So.
Oh, my baby.
Because Sylvie was bullying her.
Oh, my baby, come here.
Gizmo's been bullying everyone lately.
My poor baby. After them. Go. After that, I ran out into the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Runo. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Where's Susie, Runo? She's still at the police station. Why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Shom, so they didn't get started until later. I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? Iris, honey, he's not dead. No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. God damn it.
A body has been discovered.
Wait, not dead.
After a certain amount of time, which you may
We're
use
still
however you
talking.
like, the class trial will begin.
I need somebody to draw that meme with Sholmes going, quit telling people I'm dead. The thing is, Mr. Winniebank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room? Exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yeah, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well? What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Iris has a PhD. I think she can tell when someone is dead, as opposed to somebody who doesn't. As opposed to somebody who doesn't have a PhD. Who can't tell if they're conscious and breathing. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. Just like, hey, is this a corpse? Hey, is this a corpse? I can't tell. Like, I don't feel no... Yeah, okay, you can. You know that scene in The Little Mermaid? When Scuttle is holding up Prince Eric's foot, and he's like, I can't hear a heartbeat. That's all of us without a PhD. I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder, but I don't want to leave her here all alone either. All right then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. She's getting... Little Iris is my partner. I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. We're gonna go there first then. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Hurley! Oh, He's not here. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't he? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that, baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Hello, what have we here? This ward is off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh? Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Oh. Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir? A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. A great mystery solver as a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he is currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh dear. Is he going to be all right? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is. Oh? I've heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Okay, I know anesthetics are not as advanced back then. I'm just wondering, like, hey, next time I have to go in and get anesthetized, probably during my next scope, do I just drink a bunch of oh no, right, coffee's off limits before a colonoscopy. What the frick am I talking about? We were joking about that last stream. Oh my god, okay, so no, I can't do that. I can't test that out. I would get yelled at. Anyway, I think it would be also you can't drink before being anesthetized, like 12 hours or something. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh yeah, no, you can't have caffeine before anesthetics. Absolutely not. They'll tell you. I mean, they'll tell you that. Oh, poor Hurley. Oh, well, I guess Hurley's not here to the prison, I guess. Yeah, no, in Hurley's case, it's not like it was a planned procedure, so there's nothing that can be done about that. But when you get a plan, totally different story. It's just funny thinking about it, because every time I go in for a scope, they're like, all right, count down from 10. I'm like, okay, 10, not... then I'm gone. Hello, Gina. So I'm just like, in my brain is like, so if I had caffeine, would I make it to like, what, 8? 7? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. It's the best sleep ever, honestly. I wake up and I'm just like, yeah, let's go. I'm so hungry. I took a good nap. I want some ribs now. I wish she wouldn't point that at me all the time, though. Why didn't they take that from her? What are you here for? Ginny, I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry. You would. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me. Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay me hands on, get it? That's the kind of person I am. No, you did it because you were trying to help your best friend. And there's something you're not telling us. I think because she's here. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Like, security in this prison's pretty lax, I mean. They just let her in with the smoker. They were just like, ah, it's fine. No, you can't just say case closed. You can't just say it. She admitted to breaking in. She did not admit to the homicide part. And there was no way she could have done it. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers. Representing papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway. The whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. Soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it. Ginny? Don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. We really can't. I need some water. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat's a little scratchy. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me. So I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me, don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Aye, go. Aye, more passion, more passion,
More passion, more energy,
more energy, more footwork,
more passion.
more footwork, more passion, more energy.
What did you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Jenny, please. Oh yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. It's a kitty! Oh my goodness! A photographic print of a really adorable cat? She can't keep lying. If she wants us to defend her, she's gotta tell us. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point to be having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Why? Look at this photograph. Oh, Ginny. Well, nothing we can do here right now. We're gonna go to the pawnbrokery. This is where it happened then. Last night. That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But, apart from the policemen in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Oi, I heard that. Oh no, Greggy, not you. We love you, Greggy. Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame on you. Shame you let the two rogues get away, Maud. I didn't let them get away. They, like, hoofed it. They distracted me by shooting Holmes and then booked it. I didn't let them get away. I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital attending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. Mr. Windybank, may he rip and ripperoni. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice. Some nice, refreshing fruit juice. I could go for some refreshing fruit juice. Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some. Glug, 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 glug. What dirt does she have on him? I don't think she's got dirt on him. I just think because she's such a genius, he just has an immense amount of respect for her. Or maybe it has something to do with her dad. But it is funny, you know? Oh gosh, when you say that, and all I can think of is like for comparison's sake, you know? My dad, before his pit bull, his Pitty passed away, his rescue pit bull Apollo was so afraid of cats. Like this really big pit bull who you would like if anybody looked at them, like I think a lot of people, just because, you know, Pitty's got that bad rap, even though that poor doggo went through so much and my dad rescued him. But you would see this dog and think nothing would faze this dog. You think absolutely nothing would faze this dog. And yet my aunt on my dad's side has so many rescue cats. I swear I take after her in that regard. has a house full of rescue cats, and he would drop off Apollo whenever, like, he'd have to go to work or something like that, so, you know, he wouldn't have to be alone. And this big pitty was so afraid of the cats, terrified of the cats. He was so scared of cats, and that's all I can think of in this moment, that Iris is just a small cat and Grexy is just this pit bull in my mind that's cowering. That's literally my mental image. Lovely to very much. That really hits the spot, your ladyship. They really are big babies. I don't even recognize him like this. In my dad's case, they found him tied up to a church in like the middle of winter. They actually didn't think the dog was gonna live, so they're pretty sure he was used as a bait dog, so they kept him in the garage thinking they'll at least give him a warm and dry place to pass, and the dog didn't pass, obviously. So they kept the dog, but that dog just went through so much, and that dog had so much anxiety. That dog could not be around other dogs, though, and that's why we think he was used as a bait dog. So, how's the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case. This has some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. I forgot if he mentioned if he gets royalties. I don't remember that. Gina, you're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? Why? They're the ones who committed a crime. How could you? How? How could you possibly know that? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. I don't know why I said boat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison? She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy, no visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Mr. Sholmes pipe down. He's not dead!
A body has been discovered!
He's
After
injured!
a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like,
But with the
the
power
class
of flex
trial
tape,
will begin.
I fixed my marriage.
Why are you coming in here talking about flex tape?
I don't know. It just came into my mind, and I needed to shout it at somebody.
Why? Nothing about this has to do with flex tape. Are you saying we're gonna use flex tape to help a bullet injury?
It'll stop the leak.
Sylvie, please leave her alone.
It'll stop the leak.
Oh my gosh. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Flex tape is important. I mean, but what does this have to do with anything? Just duct tape the wound shut. No! That's how you get an infection. No, don't you? Man, you just made JT like finger point and I'm like, no. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding. But he will be all right, won't he? They'll be able to make him better. Of course, your ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because... Of course. Ah, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why. We'd better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley.
I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. There's no way. You've gone through your entire life without a single infection. I don't know about that. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, Sunshine.
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper and we don't go in for favoritism. Oh, not in a wound. Okay, no, I don't think I've ever gotten one in a wound before. I've gotten infections from like... I've gotten like skin infections, but never from like a wound.
But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's 'cause of those adventures of Sherlock Sholmes stories. That's why.
Oh?
I crop up in 'em, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes. Because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about the Inspector, Iris?
I don't remember, really.
It was one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you.
That's amazing.
All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Sholmes' stories. They've even set up a fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No. The great detective will say he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rants magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Glug, 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 glug. Chug that tea. Or at least, let it cool off first. You're gonna burn your mouth. Lovely. Very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
Teetotal.
Oh yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is it?
I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
An important message? I wonder what it could be.
I'm half expecting her to, like Sally at A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she all right?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Yes, of course, I'd forgotten about that.
One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me, but I'd better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. All right, let's go. Don't swallow candle wax. That sounds so unpleasant. It sounds worse than swallowing essential oil water. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust? Yes, thank you very much. Who? Oh! There they are. Susato-san and Long Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. I'm sorry, is she going back?
Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague.
What's this all about? Why were you talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow?
Are we on our own tomorrow?
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial?
You mean...
She's been formally charged now.
I can't believe they're taking our Maya from us! We're truly on our own unless Iris can come with us.
Miss Susato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has.
That's not what I asked.
What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no! Professor Mikotoba?
That's bad. If I may? I forgot about him.
Yeah, sorry?
You must be the defendant, Ryanosuke Naruhodo, I believe. I mean, that is a valid concern. I hope he's okay. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. She needs to go back to the future to help Nick. To the future! We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker by the day.
I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening. Yeah, no, I was worried that they were, like, kicking her out, but, like, this is actually a pretty valid reason.
So, Gina has been charged? She'll have to appear in court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago.
And the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Gina, the Lestrade girl at the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too transpicious case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, Lord Strongheart?
In defense of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence, but I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave, now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me."
There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
Which is?
It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
A timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair. Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
May he rest in peace. He's not dead. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case.
He's in surgery!
However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why would she do that?
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you.
Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
What a day. Gina charged with murder? Susato-san about to leave? Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie... You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Miss Susato. That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. I was gonna say, I'm a little concerned if you are in surgery currently and your surgeons are letting you watch Twitch from the surgery room.
Hello again, Gina.
What are you lot here now for? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I
think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I? Look, you can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. I mean, true, she is already in jail, but do we want to add... Do we really want to add on top of her charges? I told the surgeons that you're very entertaining. They say hi. Hello, surgeons! You do good job. You do very good job. Thank you for keeping people healthy. Oh, real talk though. Much love to all our healthcare workers. Honestly, they go through so much school. They put up with so much, especially during COVID. Love our healthcare workers. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. What? It's my fault! Yes, so I have one final request. Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. How else are we gonna get through to her, unfortunately? I do not like, wait, hold on. I was gonna say, who's Windy Bag? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me bring this up. Hold on. Okay. Hold the phone. Whoops. I accidentally brought up Steam. What am I doing? Hold on. No, hun. I know. Well, hun, you're a mod. I know you know what's... Heck? There we go. Okay. Hold on, let me just... Hold on. Let me just... Hold on, I gotta stretch this. I'll just stretch this, it's fine. Oh, no, wait, hold on, pulled up the wrong thing. Oh, that time for injury.
I asked my students, what do you buy someone in their 30s for the holidays?
Measuring cups. Bless this home. A Dyson vacuum. A bottle of wine and Fitbit plants. Why do you need those at 30? I do love soup. Bingo cards. You give them Bath and Body Works stuff. Let's go. Expensive meat. Prosciutto. Hard candy. Ew. Candy Crush Premium. I don't need that. You get them old people candles. Whoa, hold on. Pausing here. What counts as an old person candle? I'm currently burning pumpkin spice. Does that count as an old person candle? Otherwise, my candles are usually Disney ride scents. Are you gonna call those old people scent? Oh my gosh. Anyway, TJ Maxx gift card. I don't shop at TJ Maxx. I refuse to stream Candy Crush. I don't get the appeal of Candy Crush. The wrinkle creams. I don't need that. Heated blanket because their muscles be hurting. Okay, that is true. I can't fight that one. My muscles do be hurting. A coffee mug that says, "Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee," because they're all coffee obsessed millennials. Whoa, hold on. I got plenty of coffee mugs, and not one of them says that. They just have characters on them. Oh my god, anyway. These children. A lawyer for the, oh my gosh. A lawyer for the what attorney? Fight for the kid. For the divorce attorney. Child. What? Are you okay? I shouldn't be laughing. I was 6 when my parents got divorced. I didn't get a lawyer. I'm crying. Is this what children honestly think millennials want, apart from the actually valid ones, like the heated blanket? Apart from the heated blanket, did I want anything else from that list? I don't remember. I don't think so. And candles, but they're not old people candles. They're like, okay. Oh my god. But did you get applesauce? No. I asked for the applesauce, and that's what caused my parents to divorce. So go fight for those kids, hon. Well, hold on. Just because I obviously know how to be a lawyer from playing so much Ace Attorney, oh, I'm not getting involved in a divorce case. Have you seen how messy those things are? And then people start arguing what's theirs. Heck no, I ain't touching. I'm homicide any day of the week. I'll take it. I'm prepared to handle homicides. Divorce? I'm not touching those with a 12-foot pole. Oh my gosh. Christ, help me. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. I mean, you know what? I just thought of something. Okay. So maybe the Haunted Mansion kind of smells like an old person's candle, but that's because it's supposed to smell like a haunted mansion, but the rest of the Magic Candle Company scents do not smell like old people scents. I don't think pumpkin spice... If anything, I think pumpkin spice is like a young person's scent. I don't think that counts as an old person's scent. Anyway, I don't like the musty... I only like the musty candle if it's supposed to smell like a theme park ride. Otherwise, no, I don't like the musty candles. I feel like I'm just making this worse for myself. I'm going on a tangent. Young people don't buy candles, and that's their loss. And that's why their rooms smell like... I don't know, but they don't smell nice. Oh my god. What about what you said before, Jenny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That's why their rooms smell like Doritos and body odor. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. I'm kidding. My room as a young kid probably just smelled like rabbit or dog. Because that's what I had growing. It just probably smelled like animals. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Sometimes horse, because I also went, I did a lot of stable work, so sometimes I'd come home and the house just smelled like horse. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial. The one where someone died at the end? I think X smells like young people smell. That was true when we were young people, though. Smells like young people smell. What on earth did my brain do to that sentence? I'm like, what did y'all's room smell like when you were youngins? What did your room smell like? Mine was horse, dog, and rabbit. That was probably my room. The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? I mean, Axe body spray smells good, though. Honestly, there is some scents that I really love from them. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing, and then I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilded discovered you? Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see, but when I looked at me hands, I had the cove's blood all over him. I was so scared, I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, and why you were hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean he threatened me. Threatened you how? He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I heard. And about what he was gonna do after the cove was discovered dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarper before the copper showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're about to get the dirty details on that case. I mean, mostly what my parents did for it. I didn't care about sets. Yeah, that was kind of me either. But also, my mom also liked the smell of horse, so I don't think we ever really did anything about that. We'd just come home and just be like, alright, horse smell. Like, alright, I hope y'all really like the smell of a stable in here, because that's what we would come home with. You said McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the corvet in the floor. I let out a little scream, see?
Couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by me arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. A disc? Do you mean... Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Windy Banks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus? Not for long. McGilded spotted it straight away. Let's see what Mr. McGilded has to say about this. Oh yeah. I mean, rip Mr. McGilded, but I think he was, I don't feel sorry for him. I'm pretty sure he was a murderer. It picked him up, smartish, and stuffed it in his inside pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. McGilded was pretty lit. He was on fire, wasn't he? And the bog trotter told me. I learned to mutter a word of it to no one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. They made you feel so guilty at the end of that case. There has never been an Ace Attorney case beforehand where I felt more guilty afterwards. I was like, they're hinting at something. 'Cause it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straining me ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably, that was McGilded getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh? 'Cause I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim. Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. Hi, Hermione, hon! Enjoy your lurk! I hope you are feeling better today. I hate to admit it, but oh no, he's hot! I'm so glad you're playing this game. This was my game of the year in 2021. I played it all summer. Oh, I'm loving it, honestly. I want to get to the rest of the Ace Attorney series. It's not possible right now because I can't play the 3DS titles, but eventually I would really love to get to all of them if I can, honestly. We've done the original trilogy, we've done Apollo Justice, Investigations 1 and 2, and then this was the next one. There's just so many. Oh my gosh. Well, the 3DS titles are coming to Switch in like a month. I know. I can't afford it right now, but oh my gosh, that is so high on my priority list. You have no idea. At least after we beat the second Great Ace Attorney, that is so high on my priority list. We also, I have to double check the doc in terms of where we're sitting at with viewer requests for points. I think Layden is in the lead? I could be wrong. I think Layden right now is in the lead because there's also a new Layden game coming out, and we have not started a single Layden game, so that is also on the list. Oh my gosh, help me. And they'll go on sale on Steam often. Yeah, Ace Attorney games do have really good sales every now and then. They really do. And like, to be fair, it's still gonna take us a while to get through the second game of the Great Ace Attorney. So we've got like, I've got time at least to try to save up to get the next one. Portal 2 is in second. I know. I'm like, I'm pretty confident by the time we finish. Well, I mean, oh man. I want to start Layden, like, assuming Layden stays ahead, I would like to try to start that soonish. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage ride. Yeah, I don't believe him. Every word that came out of his mouth was a lie. Sorry, I was drinking. And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. Can we force you to spend $2 million to buy all of Lego Dimension? Yeah, sure. If you end up
if you end up like surprise gifting me all the Lego dimensions, you know what? Yeah, sure. Don't do that. Some of those are criminally expensive. Don't do it. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time. In low voices. Yeah, same applies to Disney Infinity. Although, to be fair, I would love to collect the Disney Infinity figures just because I'm a Disney nut. I mean, I've got, what, on my desk currently? I've got Belle, I've got Tink, I got Moana, Ariel, Nemo, Snow White, Daisy. What else do I have on my Legos? I got Pua, I got Hey Hey, I've got Nemo, oh my god, oh, I just realized, hold on, someone's knocked over. One of the cats knocked them over. Oh no. Oh no. Squirt, my poor little Squirt. Oh no. There's my Squirt. Okay, gotta put him here. Squirt is with Nemo, but a cat knocked him off his Lego base. There we go. We got Lumiere, Cogsworth, Percy, and I don't know why I forgot Miko's name for a hot minute, but I just did. And Figment. My son Figment is right here too. Man, there's just so much Disney on this desk. What? What were they talking about? No! Moana was set to be the next one before they canceled it. No! Moana is S tier! Why would they do that? That hurts. As a huge Moana lover, I'm so deeply upset by that. Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other. So McGilded was lying, as I suspected. I knew it weren't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilded told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The two cubs from up top ran off to get the coppers. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right. And after they'd gone, McGilded asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Okay, Peter Pan, Darkwing Duck, and Goofy! Oh, Darkwing Duck hurts because that's just a Disney afternoon representation. That one kind of really hurts. And also just because Darkwing Duck is so hecking funny. A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was Wendy Banks. The coachie snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coach as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. McGilded opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see. What were McGilded's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything, about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said. I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me, with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Oi, the fiend's taken me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months.
You're to hang on to it until then. Is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Windy Bank so it is, and you're to extend the loan for the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old fiend could come along and buy it. But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good, and one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers? Oi, they'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What it is that ye might say, and what it is that ye won't. I'm starting to think McGilden might not be a good person. I'm starting. you just noticed. Oh my gosh. After he'd gone over it all, I piked out. Got as far away from there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So McGilded planned it and coerced Gina into giving false testimony. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What were you supposed to do then, hon? You were a child, and he, a grown adult, was threatening you. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have... In a heartbeat. He could have had the lot of us chased out of there if he wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But, I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork, or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? Scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. He what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. He's not dead! Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's apply, is that it? Something like that. Miss Susato? Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing. Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely. Well, At least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windybanks now. Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windybanks. Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. So, I know this is a to be continued. We're still a little bit under time though. So, I will go on for just a tiny bit longer. And then we will call it for tonight. Since this is going to be a long case anyway. We can't go into... Well, you know what? It would help if I knew if JT was off of work tomorrow, because JT was off today because of the big storm we had, but we don't know if JT's off tomorrow. But we can go a tiny bit longer, because I don't think JT's going to bed just yet. Not until 8 a.m. That is too long. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Thank you! Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. It wasn't like a huge storm where we had like 12 feet of snow or anything, but the roads got super icy. The highway was so messed up. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship! How? I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Glug, 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 glug. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime, then? Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and Gina. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector? Yes, please. Books are good. Please don't burn books. I love, as an avid book lover, please don't burn them books. I'd cry if anything happened to my Wings of Fire books. I'd start sobbing. If anything happened to any of my books, I start sobbing. But I can understand, Shad. I know. It's especially because it's almost Christmas, so it's like it's so close to everything being closed. I know at JT's place the kids are just chomping at the bit to go on vacation, so are all the teachers. Especially your $70 million Spice and Wolf book. Oh, if anything happened to that book, my heart, I would be holding a funeral for my book. That would be it. I'd be grieving for weeks on end. My book is fine, right? Yeah, my book's fine. I just looked at it. It's right behind me.
Time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through. It's taking forever, even with the lads working round the clock. Which is a problem, 'cause there's another case the Yaw needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more pressed serious matters. So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine. Come then. Let us not waste any time.
My goodness, I mean, I can understand it normally being slow because of the holidays, but man, that's taking them a really long time. Can I, like, move to the back? Or do I just, like, look around, I'm assuming?
Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said.
Yeah, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Mr. Windybank face down on the floor, with Gina beside him.
As the accused's legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime.
Don't worry. If there are clues in there, I'll find them.
So can I go back there now? Yes. I can understand definitely being annoyed. That is taking a while. Even my patience has its limits. Even like this time of year, I try to be super patient. I can understand that. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely. But Chicken is right. You'll be getting something. I hope you get something that'll provide you with so many hours of fun. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Ah. Wait, Inspector! What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer, do ya? Well... I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Ahem. Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? What the heck, Greggy? I don't think that went very well. At least you have a pulse, unlike Mr. Windybank. Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
And we have investigating to do ourselves.
Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Yes, he does. I mean, he always has an endless supply of fish and chips in his hand, and it never runs out. It's kind of like it's kind of like a D&D item, honestly. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, Hurley.
And inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Shaw, you've got eyes, haven't you? Use them. It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, at shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to this storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
Oh.
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know.
Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
And I'm afraid to say, she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No!
Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What?
The key to the storeroom.
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
I would love an endless supply of fish and chips too, honestly.
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
Well, the thing is, I want him to be back simply for Iris's sake.
Don't you mince your words, Inspector. Please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No. The operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well... Out with it! She's gonna give you the Susato takedown. Yes, ma'am. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible?
Which means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now that the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. That's not good.
Oh my.
No one knows if it's the anesthetic still in his system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again.
Hurley?
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way.
No, he's not dead! He's unconscious! Oh my gosh.
Out of all the articles in this storeroom,
Herlock is the character in the franchise you relate to the most. I want to say Maya's probably my spirit animal for now.
This is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Ah!
What is it, Iris?
That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in.
Oh! Well, your spirit animal's Larry. Is it because you want to be the Steel Samurai?
Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this...
Oh my gosh.
We must check inside the box at once. I was gonna say, I know you finished it, Shad. Don't pull my leg. I know you finished it. Yes. It was there. Iris's story was there. Really, it was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he deposited it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. Okay, so we got the manuscript back. The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. Poor Mr. Windybank. He was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. Aha! I may well be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the spirit of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see. When it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes, what a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually came up with a name for it yet, but as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch. Oh! The color of the bloodstain has changed. There, does it make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Good. It works on the principle that different people have different blood types, you see. Yes, how wonderful. The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color, so you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleedin' great. So, whose blood are we looking at, then? This must be Mr. Windybank's blood. That is where he was shot, so there can't be any question of that. This could turn out to be a very valuable clue, so we simply must make a note of it. Shot through the heart, and you're too black. You give love a bad name. Oh my gosh. Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have Regent left, sure. The gun. This is a revolver, a real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runo look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with this yesterday, didn't we? I'm taking a sip. I'm all out of drink. It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. Mr. Windybank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Kay is honestly an S-tier spirit animal. She's up there with Maya. Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
I think Iris is gonna be an S tier too. So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Okay, we can look at the bloodstain closer, I think. Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. I will disagree with you there. We are free to disagree. It's okay. It's okay to have opinions. But my opinion is she is dang F tier. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. Depends on what F stands for. I can't believe how many there are. Wow! Hot take. You can disagree with facts. That's not a fact. That's an opinion. A bicycle? A fact would be like the earth is round. That's a fact. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look. Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. What else? Oh, we already looked at that. The Earth is a trapezoid. I'm gonna fight you on that one. I can't believe how many there are. Did we do this? Oh yeah, we already did that. Okay. The Earth is a pretzel shape. Okay, but if the Earth is a pretzel shape, is there any cheese sauce I can dunk the Earth into? Or could we make the ocean just a huge thing of cheese sauce? Okay, I think we can go back outside. I think that was everything in the storeroom. What about the keys right there? No, you can't look at those. Okay. I think we're done in here. Ooh, I'm gonna lick the sun. The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instructions from the yard are to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in shifts, at least, but still. We'll be working through the night, that's for sure. And even then, we'll barely have scratched the surface. A crime and a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime and a pawnbroker's. But what about the Earth is flat theory? I disagree with that theory. I'm no PhD. I have no PhD. I'm no scientist. I'm gonna disagree with that. The Earth is donut shaped. Well, if the Earth is a donut shape, do we all fall through the hole? Do we have sprinkles? There's the is the Earth filled with Boston cream? There's the article ledger here, and Mr. Windybank's notes, and, what's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print. Hey, look at it! Look at this photograph. It's like the one we have. Look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie, show us. 15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited. One gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1? Clearly it was a very fine coat, in fact, I think. Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Jenny redeemed yesterday. And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilded. That is true. Donuts do have all different shapes. I still remember my voodoo donut from Halloween Horror Nights. That was just the one shape. There was no hole in it, but it was so hecking delicious. I love that donut place in Hacking Universe in City Walk. Oh my gosh, that was such a good donut place. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. It seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have to hand. Oh yes, the jelly-filled donuts, of course. But this photographs of a cat. Chaos, no. I'm lifting the hammer. It looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. It's a cat! Oh yes, you're right, very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out! All right, let the cogs turn. Do we have to spot the difference? I think the cat is in a slightly different position. Yes, they are exactly the same. Well, if the one on the counter was used as a redemption ticket, perhaps the other photograph that Genus gave us has something written on the back too. Are we referring to our oceans as jelly? I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Hehe, do you really want to know? Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. No, the Earth's core is liquid, so jelly. Yes, what they didn't teach us in Earth science. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints, the Earth is a Pop-Tart. Okay, but what kind of Pop-Tart? Because some Pop-Tarts are icky, and some Pop-Tarts are delicious, so it's a very important question. The one we found here on Mr. Windybank's counter and the one Genus gave us before. Ew, unfrosted. Blech. I like my frosted. Unfrosted Pop-Tart. I hate unfrosted Pop-Tarts, personally. Not enough sugar. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. They're not? Have another look at them now. It's the cat. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. Even the snowman is like closer to the edge of the frame on the right side. It's very subtle though. But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Oh, well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. A stereoscope? Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before? Oh yes, that's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. You see? There it is, just over there. Yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Heh, well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in the pictures even without one of those contraptions. What, really? I can understand if the frosted ones are too sweet for her. See, I just prefer more. I'm like, dunk it in frost. Like, if I get a Cinnabon, I want that thing swimming in icing. Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on with investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. I'm not sure if I got old and whiny or if it really was better, but I swore Pop-Tarts have half the filling. No, I think they honestly do too, Sarah. I'm pretty convinced of that. Also, I'm probably just burned out from Pop-Tarts because when I was going to vet tech school, sometimes I didn't have like any time to eat in between classes, and the only time I had to eat was going to the vending machine, and the only thing there of substance that was kind of like like anything close to resembling a meal that wasn't a candy bar was Pop-Tarts, and I got so hecking burned out. Have you ever considered, Runo, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them and it works. But the reason it works is because we have 2 eyes. 2 eyes? Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate the depth as it merges the 2 sides into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. I think I see. So the pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. Isn't that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So, if you can persuade your brain to merge the 2 pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints? Yes, Runo. You're beginning to understand. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that? Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it to yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Pop-Tarts are ravioli, though. Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. Susato-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. All right, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? I feel like we're all having a blinking contest. There, how's that? Wonderful! Now it's your turn, Runo. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly an easy task when 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed. See, I'd fail. Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Are you planning to finish the game oh, heck no! Heck no. I'm calling it here in just a smidgen. I'm just trying to find a good spot because JT's got work tomorrow. She'll finish Ace Attorney 5 and 6. Absolutely not. Oh my gosh. Have a good night, Zimmy. Have a good sleep. I love you. Love you. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. I hope you has a good day tomorrow. You should see 2 overlapping images like this. I'm assuming this was a lot better on the 3DS. You try it now, Runo. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Did the print split into 2 images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then to try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. Oh, I could look at it all day. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Runo. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? Oh no, Shad, I'm so sorry your lunch meat went bad. There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. I had a brain fart. So, what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. That's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here, then set the pair of photographs in this stand at the back, and it's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so adorable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic prints. I never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. I think we're gonna need it. Yeah, no, definitely don't eat spoiled lunch meat. I don't want you getting sick, but I just feel so bad. I have a yogurt and can buy chips or something. Oh, I'm glad you can have a little something, but I'm so sorry. I hope you don't get too hungry. Which reminds me, the back of this photograph was used to write out the pawnbroker's ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday. And the other photograph came from the pocket of McGilded's overcoat. We need to examine everything thoroughly. Don't forget. We definitely do need to do that at some point. We're gonna have to look over everything we have. I talk to you, I talk to you. These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy. It's really a strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? My mom, probably. Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know. Yeah, like a copy of Bubsy. Are you alright, Runo? Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them, even that horse statue. That's exactly how the pawnbrokers works. They're very clever. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think when Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday. We were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Look here. Oh yes, a bullet hole, and I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Well, Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Erlock Sholmes, you know.
Isn't that right, Iris? Ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now, Runo. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! This is where I come in. Oh, right. If the blood changes to be the same color as the sample from the storeroom, we'll know that it's Mr. Windybank's blood. Exactly. Here we go again. No, that's not tomato sauce. Don't lick it. That's different blood. That looks like the Grinch's blood. It's completely different to the color that Mr. Windybank's blood turned in the analysis. It's Shrek's ketchup. It just goes to show things don't always go according to plan, do they? I demand they bring back colored ketchup. Nevertheless, we must add this to the sample to the results of the blood analysis. I refuse to call it Shrek up. This officer has been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue, Justia. Really? Then we must tell Grexy at once. But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over me shift. Oh, let this guy go home, please. They really have a tough time, the British police. That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. We already looked at that. I'm fairly sure this is the contraption, that this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Shom showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints that you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would beat keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Alrighty, was that... Oh, no, hold on. That's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runo? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? Oh, she individually wrapped every cookie. That is so painstaking. That is so cute. What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Grexy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. That ledger that's open on the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head, if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Windybank was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. I think... I'm double checking, but I
think that was everything. What time is it? 12:43? Because I want to call it like before 1 a.m. Okay, that looks like everything. Is he okay? Okay, he's not back. I was just curious. Was there anything I could look in here I didn't look at before? There's a notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. I certainly hope so for Mr. Sholmes' sake. Ah, yes, my favorite food, medicine. Num 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 num. My favorite, Pepto-Bismol. Num 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 num. You don't need sleep. The case is almost over. No, it is not. But we're not even in court yet. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know. It looks stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that will bother him. No. I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world, like JT. Like JT at a charity marathon. I'll just sleep on the floor. I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Grape cough. See, I don't like grape cough. See, I don't like artificial grape. That's just me. Anything else? I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see. Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons?
Provincial Chaos says nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol.
I appreciated that chaos thing. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. No, because you're only supposed to take the suggested amount of NyQuil. That's as you should. That's surprisingly plausible. Oh my gosh, I'm screaming. Alright, I don't think there's anything here. I thought I'd be thorough and check. Nope, they took her back for questioning. Gina doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my! Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse. Calm down, Runo. I was only joking, of course. Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction. Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted, great detective is a contradiction in terms. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would just have thrown his head back and guffawed. I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Yes, come along then, Runo. Come along, Susie. I can't believe NyQuil actually has calories. I'm kind of a little floored by that. Is there anything on the outside? There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Windybanks. I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more. None of this is your fault, Runo, so please don't apologize. But it's the criminals who are to blame for all this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yes, you're right. Let me check what we have on hand. I can't find anything out of place. Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Okay, there we go. A Diet NyQuil. No. I would not ask for Diet NyQuil. Where do I talk to, Susie? Inside the storeroom, maybe? Or it's just Greg's inside the main shop? Yeah. Oh, we gotta present it. Oh, that looks like blood! I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me. Let's see it. Purple? As Apollo would say, touch purple. What's it made of? Paper. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. The Grimace shake killed him, I knew it. It was Grimace's birthday. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? Who's got purple blood? How could I? We don't have a known sample of the same color. Without that, it's impossible to know. Oh, how very vexing. I wonder... What? Well, it's true that the color doesn't help us. But what about considering how the mark came to be there in the first place? You might have an idea about that, might you, Runo? Not if you keep staring at me like that, no. Let's try that again, shall we? Well, this particular stain of blood... Okay, gotta actually answer yes this time. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Runo. Who do you think it belongs to? It's not Maya! I believe this is the blood of Magnus McGilded, Gina Lestrade, Thrice Fist Mason, or Windybank. Well, no, we can rule out Windybank's because his blood was, blue? I don't remember what color it was in the actual storeroom, but it wasn't purple. Did we get a look at Gina's blood? I can't remember if we did. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't think it was blue, so I don't think it was Gina. So then either Magnus, that leaves us with Magnus McGilded, or Thrice Fired Mason, which, I mean, he's supposed to be dead. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. The receipt's 2 months old, right? So then it doesn't matter. So then I can't go by that logic. It's either McGilded or Mason. I gotta say it's Mason. Thrice-fired Mason.
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there, because I'm unsure.
It was a 50-50 shot.
Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course, I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. But that would mean that this blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windy Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the blood stain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
See, I forgot about that. I remember it being evidence, but I don't remember who was wearing it. I was either Gina or McGilded, but I couldn't remember who was wearing it, so that's why I couldn't rule him out of my 50-50. It certainly does look like a leather-gloved thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded has no injuries at the time anywhere on his body. Now, the stake was the first case, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope.
Yes, I think you're right, Runo. Very well, let's make a note of this.
Yes, let's all go for a steak at 1 a.m. Steak, community steak night. Okay, so all that got updated. Alright, guys. This is where I think we're gonna call it, because it is almost 1 a.m. And I don't know when the next to be continued is, so we're gonna call it here before we make any other major developments in this case, so...
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed our Ace Attorney night.
Filet mignon's good. I do like filet mignon. I'm not a steak person, but I do eat filet mignon. Is it in 5 minutes? Is it like super? Because then we could go until I hit it. Is it? Or is it not? I was gonna say I'm not sure. And it's already 1 a.m. I don't want to push it. Oh, okay. I thought you were serious. Okay, I thought you were serious. Okay, no, this is definitely where we're calling it then. We will make more progress in this case later. But thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. It was my fault because I started stream late, so... Bad Okami. Oh my gosh. I have to let JT sleep just in case JT has work tomorrow. So, and I haven't eaten anything yet, so I need to go eat the dinners. I didn't have time to eat dinner before stream because it was already getting late. So, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed Ace Attorney night. I shall be live tomorrow with the Genshin Impact update. So, herein lies the plan for tomorrow. We shall cometh backeth for the Genshineth. I don't know why I'm talking like this. And try to pull a gaming. Oh, but wait, Zibby said gaming wasn't available. Yes, I promise I will go eat dinner. I promise. I absolutely promise. I will go take care of myself. I will check to see if any friends are currently live right now that we can go hit up for a nice little raid right now. I don't need to drink NyQuil. I'm not sick. I'm okay. NyQuil's a blessing when I'm sick, but I'm not sick, thankfully, so we don't need to do that. But thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Thank you so much for all the support. It does mean the world to me to have you guys here and hanging out. It does. You guys are the reason I'm able to continue streaming all the time. So thank you guys so much for that. I need to grab the socials and see who
Here's a
is...
TV that looks like an apple.
And that too, and see who is still alive. I could honestly go for a we've been talking about caramel so much the past 2 nights. Can someone please just help me get a caramel apple? I know it's not like Halloween anymore, but you know, a caramel apple sounds really good right now. But let me see who is live right now. Any friends that are live? Oh, here we go. Somebody, oh, so many friends are live. Oh my goodness gracious. Man, the choices. Oh, do I pull? Okay, you know what? Okay. Hannah's doing... I haven't rated Hannah in a while is the thing. And Hannah's doing some master quest for the first time in Ocarina of Time. So, I would love to go hang out for some good Zelda time, and also because I love Hannah, and I have not said hi in a while. I've been lurking so much and I feel so bad. So we'll go say hi to Hannah. So there's gonna be our raid message. We're gonna go bring in the love. Yes, the mustard quest is real. We'll go say hi to Hannah. I could go for some, nah, I don't like mustard. Honey mustard, yes. Actual mustard, bleh. That's just me though. That's my cursed taste buds. But go give the love to Hannah. As always, Zelda's always a heckin' good time, so, I will see you guys tomorrow for the Genshin update, but I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. I hope you have the sweet dreams, and you have a good day, because you guys are awesome sauce, and I adore you so much. Thank you so much for being here and taking your time out just to hang here and be silly and show your support. And it does mean more to me than you ever know, and I always have to be extra mindful because it's that time of year that I have to make sure you guys truly know how grateful I am and how much it does mean to me. Because it really does. You have no idea. You guys honestly make my night, so I appreciate you all. Be sure to give your love to Hannah and get hyped tomorrow for the Genshin update. Hopefully I will be here at 8 o'clock. I'm hoping. Well, double, if not 9 o'clock, but hopefully 8 o'clock. We'll see if Okami's actually on time. I'm gonna go rest my old body, my old wolf body with a heated blanket and some old people candles. Have a good night, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.